Yoga, as we all know, is an ancient Indian science which is quite popular across the world for its immense benefits on our body, breath, mind, and intellect to reach a state of complete happiness. Today, I am going to give you a brief introduction about what yoga and its basis is. One of the concepts in yoga is called Pancha Kosha theory. That means Pancha means five, Kosha means layers. So, what are these layers all about? The first basic layer is Anandmaya Kosha. That is the one, the physical body, which is formed because of the food Anna we have on a everyday basis. The next one is Pranamaya Kosha, which is based on the breath, breathing, or prana, or chi in traditional Chinese medicine. The third one is Manomaya Kosha, which is mind. The fourth one is intellect or Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the last is the complete happiness, which is Anandamaya Kosha. Yoga tries to integrate all these five layers by different practices. We practice physical postures or asanas to bring in a state of homeostasis in the physical body. Then we graduate ourselves to next layer of practice, that is pranayamas. Specialized breathing techniques help us to bring a state of balance in pranamaya kosha. Once you are done with the physical body, annamaya kosha and pranamaya kosha, now you are quite eligible to practice meditation to bring in a state of calmness and poise at manomaya kosha level, the mind. When we have a regular practice at the physical body, breath, and the mind, we reach a state of complete integration with the intellect, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. When all these four different layers integrate and coordinate themselves, we reach a state of complete happiness, and that is Anandamaya Kosha. One of the goals of yoga practice is to reach this state. Now, having understood about the basics of yoga, the goal of yoga, and the philosophical basis of it, let us try to understand what are the basic requirements for yoga practice. One of the most important aspects of yoga practice is to be very consistent and regular in the practice. And at the same time, you need to have your mind completely focused on the practice you are going to do and not to allow your mind to sway around on different day-to-day activities. Next important aspect is try to select a silent, quiet, calm and peaceful place in your home, and try to keep the same place for everyday practice so that the energies in that place will help you to enhance your practice of yoga. Make sure that the place is well ventilated and there is good amount of sunlight and air coming in so that you have a good sense of practice and calmness. All the practices in yoga are best when done on an empty stomach. That means early morning time After your nature calls and overnight fast, your mind and body is ready for the yoga practice. Maybe between 6 to 8 a.m. in the morning. And if it is very difficult to find time in the morning, try to have an alternative arrangement in the evening around the sunset time. Make sure that the dress code is quite comfortable for yourself. It's always better to have cotton fabrics, maybe a t-shirt and a track pant or a short for your practice. Another important aspect for yoga practice is a yoga mat. Today we all have hard floors on which we cannot practice, and it can injure our joints and muscles. So it's good to have a yoga mat, preferably a cotton made, so that which is very skin friendly, which is not very hard nor very cushiony. And important thing is that never rush in the yoga practice. Go with a moderate speed, neither too slow nor too fast. Try to have your mobile phones, televisions switched off, and so that it doesn't disturb your practice and help your mind to focus on the practice what you're going to do. In case when you're practicing in the evening around sunset time, give a minimum of 90 to 120 minutes after your major meal to practice yoga. In case if you have some liquids, maybe a coffee or a tea or a juice, give at least about 30 minutes gap before you get into yoga practice. Taking some water during, before and after yoga practice is quite fine. The last but not the least to understand is that after the yoga practice, you try to give at least 15-20 minutes break before you take any solid food into your body. I hope you have understood the basics and the requirements for the yoga practice. Thank you.